Sara Young's debut novel for adult readers, My Enemy's Cradle, 2008, unfolds against the backdrop of World War II and explores the challenges faced by Cyrla, a half-Jewish woman in Nazi-occupied Holland. Threatened by escalating anti-Jewish measures, Cyrla assumes her cousin's identity to find refuge in a Nazi maternity home for unwed mothers, concealing her heritage and evading detection until the birth of her child. The narrative delves into themes of war, hope, and love. The story begins in 1941 in Schiedam, Holland, where Cyrla has lived with her late mother's family for 5 years. With her resemblance to her Dutch Christian mother, Cyrla can easily pass as her cousin Annika's twin, concealing her Jewish roots. In her Aunt Mai's and Uncle Peter's household, she must suppress her Jewish identity due to the oppressive Nuremberg laws recently imposed in Holland. Living in constant fear of exposure, Cyrla navigates the challenges brought about by the restrictive laws, heightened by the watchful eyes of neighbors like Mrs. Backer. As tensions rise, Annika reveals her pregnancy, fathered by Karl, a German soldier who dislikes the Nazis but serves out of conscription. Annika plans to marry him, despite Cyrla's reservations about Karl. Amidst the turmoil, Isaac Meyer, an emotionally distant Jewish activist, advises Cyrla to leave Holland. When Karl leaves and Annika discloses her pregnancy to her outraged family, Uncle Peter suggests sending her to a Lebensborn, a Nazi maternity ward designed to increase the Aryan birth rate. Isaac warns Cyrla about the dark nature of these facilities, known as dark cradles, with a motto urging mothers to have babies for the Führer. Annika, passing a racial purity test, returns subdued but later tragically chooses to abort her baby using a knitting needle, leading to her death. In an attempt to shield Cyrla from persecution, Aunt Mai's puts Cyrla's name on the death certificate, using Annika's identity. However, their efforts to remain hidden are jeopardized when a notice requiring Jews to register arrives under their door. Isaac reluctantly agrees to help Cyrla by attempting to impregnate her so she can seek refuge in the Lebensborn until he arranges her passage to England. Despite their intimacy, Cyrla is heartbroken when Isaac confesses that he doesn't love her. Later, Cyrla experiences a traumatic event when she is assaulted by a German soldier. Upon reaching the Lebensborn, she realizes it is located outside Munich, not in Holland, raising concerns about Isaac's ability to find her. The facility is heavily fortified with granite walls, fences, guards, and dogs, housing over 100 girls. At the Lebensborn, Cyrla encounters Frau Klaus, a stern overseer, and Sister Ilse, a compassionate caregiver for newborns. Sharing a room with Leona, a girl from Amsterdam, Cyrla receives a warning not to trust anyone, especially the German girls who consider themselves superior. Leona advises Cyrla to detach emotionally from the baby, as they will likely be given to their German fathers or adopted by good Nazi families. Days pass, and Cyrla discovers she is truly pregnant. Witnessing Leona's heartbreaking separation from her newborn, Cyrla becomes aware of the fate of imperfect children, some of whom may be killed. Desperate to hear from Isaac, she sends him a letter but receives no reply. Fearing for her safety, she plans her own escape. Karl, a German soldier, appears at the Lebensborn, searching for Annika. Learning that Annika never informed Karl about her pregnancy, Cyrla initially rejects his friendship and assistance. However, as they spend time together, Karl reveals plans for her escape and asserts that he is not a Nazi, despite his uniform. Cyrla asks him to find Isaac. When Karl informs Cyrla to meet Isaac in the flower shed, she disregards the request. A week later, she discovers that Karl had located Isaac, who waited for her in the shed, but is now gone. Karl, frustrated with his efforts to protect her, confronts Cyrla. Realizing her love for Karl, she apologizes, and they acknowledge their mutual affection. As Cyrla approaches her due date, she realizes that personal items revealing her Jewish heritage are missing. Discovering that Sister Ilse has been dismissed, Cyrla bluffs her way out of the facility and contacts Karl. He picks her up and discloses that he has been questioned about her. Planning to drive her to Holland, Karl instructs Cyrla to run when they hear sirens, just short of the border. Cyrla escapes to safety, while Karl is arrested. In 1947, with her young daughter Annika, Cyrla locates Karl's sister, Erika. To her relief, she learns that Karl survived 3 years in the Dachau concentration camp. Cyrla sadly shares that Isaac was killed in Buchenwald. Reuniting with Karl, they discover that their love for each other has endured. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.